these characters that have become so maligned and marginalized, even in my lifetime where I still worked in mainstream media, people like Alex Jones or David Icke, they were like, even people that were skeptical about them, or even people that ridiculed them, didn't try to posit them as dangerous. Like, and the same, I'm assuming, with Robert Kennedy. They were sort
of the David Icke one, they always made fun of him for lizard people. Because he always would say that there's shapeshifters and they're lizards, and there was no evidence. It just seemed really preposterous. Believe it or not, like, it's hard to say, like, to the general public, Alex Jones is way more reliable than David Icke. But he's way more reliable than David Icke.
They want the energy of children.
Particularly feed off the energy of children.
Because the creatures out of whatever dimension that's influencing them like that. And if you don't believe in that, that's your issue. Whatever, they're doing it. And they don't act like humans. Okay? I'm going to tell you, I've studied these people. I've studied the globalists. I've studied their minions. Somebody else is looking out those eyes at you.
I've talked to whistleblowers in the military who've experienced face-to-face these entities in the underground bases. On and on and on and on it goes. And it's dismissed as, oh, he says it's all the reptile.
Now, the other third type that got mentioned on Mission was reptilians. But every time that they were mentioned, it was really quickly hushed up by whoever else was on the other end of the line. Shut up, don't say that, is what they were doing.
They don't want to talk about the reptilians.
They don't want to talk about the reptilian presence at all. They would talk about the tall whites and the grays being in the lab environments. You know, not a lot, but some. But these reptilians, it was like nobody wanted to talk about it.
Was there any sort of an explanation? Did anybody give you of why they don't want to talk about it?
No. The only time I got any inkling was that when I, was out of the program and other people started to talk to me about all the different, things. And they're like, well, how many races are there? I don't know. But some people talked about the reptilians. They're like, do you realize that these are evil? And I had to listen to that. I did do some research after that person talked to me, because I did see that there is a reptilian race that is very malign like that. And they even have, according to what I read, this one race has a penchant for blood for some reason. It's like a shark frenzy with them. They have
like a real reptile.
It's a euphoric experience for them. Yeah, a reptilian race that does that.
Like, I saw something, he got upset that I've never had him on the show. And it's just the reptile stuff. It's just the shapeshifter stuff. I would still have him on. I think fascinating just to try to pick some of those ideas apart or listen to them.
I'd go on, but I mean, you've got to ask me first, and he's also got to explain why we're decades on from his podcast, and he's never, he's never asked. Not only that, I've met one or two people that's been on his show over the years, and they've said, "Have you never been on?" I know. That's ridiculous. I'll contact him. And so someone contacted us and said, I know the Rogan people. I'll give them a call. This is ridiculous. I never heard another thing. So there's a reason. I'd like to know what it is. That A, he dismisses me whenever my name comes up, and B, has never asked me on.
People that have been here for forever, like the Alex Joneses of this world, the Jacques Valleys, the people that like watch things break live, you just get a different level of context. And then you get like the David Ickes that are like, it's fucking reptiles, dude. They're all reptiles. David, have you seen David Icke coming after me on Twitter recently?
He came after me
dude,
too.
It's so good. I love him.
Make fun of the reptile thing. And it's like, why won't you have me on?
I genuinely really appreciate it. It's like a good time. But it's like, maybe there are reptiles. I don't know, man.
He went too far in a time where there was no internet.
Yeah.
He went too far.
You get too certain of yourself, right? You think you have the answers, and you just keep going.
A little bit of a grift.
Yeah.
With some of these folks. I'm not saying necessarily him, but it's a little bit of a grift.
Yeah. The way I look at all this reptilian presence is just like I've read in the Bible. For some reason, I feel like this whole experience I've had in my life actually increased my faith in the Bible and God. Because even in the Bible, it mentions the serpents, and that Lucifer being the head of that genre or species did cause the fall of mankind and all this other good stuff. So to me, I feel like I just got experience with the reality of the fact that these things exist. And even though they try to keep it all hidden, that I got exposed to the program where I could see some of it.
See these people in the mainstream alternative media, and me and Carol's part of the mainstream alternative media now. And they're not banned from anywhere. Far from that. They are massively algorithmically promoted. And I'm sitting here banned from nearly 30 European countries. I've been banned from them for 2 years. I've now had it extended another 2 years because, quote, I've not changed my views. I have children and I have grandchildren, and they're going to have to, and then I look at all the other kids and grandkids, and that's what drives me on. I'm coming up to my 73rd birthday. You know, I could be retired and walked away. I don't have to take this shit and this abuse. But I take it, and I do it despite it, because I can see the kind of world. I could walk away and leave them to it. I mean, how long have I got? 5 minutes or 10 years? I don't know. We'll see. But I could walk away now. I don't have to take this. I do, because I don't want people to live in a world that I know is coming unless we wake up fast to the greater picture and break out of this myopia that we've been manipulated into.
So have you ever done